So on to a program that we've spoken about probably more than anyone here, thanks to Bill Belichick. North Carolina, they've got some work to do here in the portal. Spoke about Gio Lopez earlier this week, about how he was trending in their direction, and it became official last night. Did a short on that. Can hear your thoughts, D, on that pickup for North Carolina. But the last 24 hours here also beefing up the front seven, starting at linebacker, and then starting at defensive tackle, and then we'll get to the linebacker.
Yeah, you lost a big piece on your front seven with Bo Atkinson, probably your best pass rusher. So you needed to beef up not just defensive end, but the whole front seven. They've done so, adding Mai Gaber, 6'1", 235. We did a video on him the first time he transferred in the winter portal when he transferred from Nebraska to Missouri. He's going a little further this time to North Carolina. Hard to tell what happened at Missouri. I know, they have some talent in their front seven, but this is a guy that played so well at Nebraska. You thought he'd be an easy fit there. Ends up not working out, going to North Carolina, closer to home on the East Coast. Gaber originally from the New York metropolitan area, which you're seeing Belichick dip into that area, maybe Long Island a little bit, getting some lacrosse players, getting some young, late developing defensive linemen. He's really working that area. Gaber going to fit right in there. Experienced player, 11 starts, 49 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 3 pass breakups last year, 1 season of eligibility. He was kind of a non-entity his first couple seasons, developed slow, then broke out on special teams and becoming a starter on defense and doing his thing. I think to the Colorado game, really set the tone with a big hit on special teams. He talked a little bit during the week, ended up really busting someone's head and getting the team excited. Not going to be your most athletic linebacker. There's some stiffness there, but he can run a little bit, and he's definitely physical and active inside the box. Like this pickup for North Carolina. You already brought in Kamari House, more of an athletic linebacker. I think this is a good pair with him.
And then at defensive tackle, getting Leavon Johnson from Maryland, a spot that we understand Bill Belichick needs some versatile defense linemen who can kind of fill multiple roles.
And this is a spot where you've seen them add a ton. I mean, they added some big defensive linemen in that winter portal season, but you can never have enough. And you look at Leavon Johnson, he's been in the Big Ten playing at Maryland, so he's been against some of the biggest, baddest offensive linemen in the country. Who was his other visit? Texas. I think Texas is pretty good defensive lineman, about to send at least 1 tackle to the NFL draft with Alfred Collins, probably second-round pick. So Texas is recruiting the defensive line at a high level and still spent money, spent resources. You only have so many visits that you can give for Leavon Johnson to visit Texas. Ended up signing with Bill Belichick at UNC. And again, I think with this, it's just about body types, stacking them 6'2", 311. This guy's originally from Allentown, Pennsylvania, like the Billy Joel song. Went to prep school in Cheshire, Connecticut. 18 games played in 2 seasons, 19 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a sack, 65 PFF grade. So it's not going to blow you away with any of the numbers, but there's a reason why Texas is going to spend their time with a player like this, and that's because there's only so many of these body types going around. You want to add them in any chance you get. UNC doing a good job trying to look. You got Gio Lopez now. You have a little more view and vision of what you're going to do on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, we know they want size up front. We know they want man cover corners. We know they want big, smart linebackers, similar to what they built at New England. You need the big defensive lineman. This is a big piece with Leavon Johnson.
Yeah, and if you're Leavon Johnson too, Texas is Texas, right? But you have the opportunity to be a key piece to a Bill Belichick defensive line. And I think we'll see what happens at the high school recruiting. I think they're picking up some interesting pieces there. But if the portal ones are the ones that I'm very interested to see their hit rate on them, D, because we understand that Belichick, Lombardi, and the people in that room are also looking at this from an NFL body type. Who are these guys? Who can these guys play at the next level? You have a better idea of who's on the NFL radar if you're looking at players like this who have been out there for 2-3 years, have multiple years of film, right? So the hit rate needs to be pretty good on these players right here, because you're trying to flip this thing around quick.
Yeah, just looking at some of the positions here, some of the big defensive linemen they've added in. Smith Filbert from Penn State, 6'6", 282. You're talking about Bryce Yates from UConn, 6'4", 265. We did a video when he committed. CJ Mims, big. We did another video on him. Big, 6'2", 296, rotational defensive tackle from East Carolina. Melkert Abujode from the Delaware Blue Hens, big physical edge. So these guys are not just quick, athletic, get up field defensive linemen. These are big bodies that can take up space. Clearly, they added to that room, but they thought they needed more, and that's why you go and get Leavon Johnson. It's going to be rotation. I don't see one name of the guys I listen. I don't see one of those names that I say this is going to be the star of the show on the defensive line, but you can see all these guys playing and looking the part in their uniform when they line up in the ACC.
All right, guys, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, not only for North Carolina coverage, but the best college football recruiting and portal coverage in the country here on Group Chat Sports. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching today. Keep it locked. No, it's holiday weekend, but if anything breaks, we'll be around and have you guys covered.
See you tomorrow. Maybe.